Let's have a look at this question. Before we get into it, I recommend that you give it a try on your own. Okay, so I assume that you have given it a try. Let's have a look. The author of the passage above bases his conclusion on which of the following? Okay, so there is a conclusion. What is that conclusion based on? Okay, let's first identify the conclusion. Let's go through the argument. As one who has always believed that truth is our nation's surest weapon in the propaganda war against our foes, I am distressed by something. Okay, this is a lot of information, so it's better we split it out. So I am someone who believes that truth is the weapon against propaganda against our foes. Okay, so there are basically this one country, let's say, I assume, yeah, they are saying nation, right? So it's a country thing. Okay, there's one country, another country. This country is telling a lot of propaganda against the main country, this person's country. Okay, and he's saying, you need to counter that propaganda only with truth. So this guy believes in truth, and he basically tends to say that, there are a lot of lies going around. The enemy is spreading a lot of lies. We need to counter that with truth. Okay, and hence I am distressed by the reports of disinformation campaigns by American intelligence agents in Western Europe. Okay, so I am a truth guy. I don't really like this disinformation campaign by American intelligence agents. So it can be safely assumed that this country is America. GMAT, wherever there are references, they are generally American references, right? So this is also an American guy, and he's not liking the disinformation campaign by the American intelligence agents in some other countries. So this is probably Western Europe. Okay, so these agents, what are they doing? These are also American agents. Okay, but they are doing something different. They are spreading a disinformation campaign. Obviously, disinformation means something false. The author doesn't like that because author is a truth type of a guy. Okay, so that's what is going on. Okay, let's see what he says further. In a disinformation campaign, untruths are disseminated, that is spread through gullible local journalists in order to damage the interest of our enemies and protect our own. Okay, so what these agents are doing is they are telling lies. They are spreading lies through local journalists, that means Western Europe journalists. Okay, in order to benefit America. Okay, damage the interest of others and protect American interests. Okay, so their sort of strategy is to help America, but the author doesn't like that because that strategy is not based on truth. Okay, those who defend this practice say that lying is necessary to counter Soviet disinformation campaigns aimed at damaging Americans' political interests. Okay, so he's saying agents believe that, Russia or Western Europe is also doing the same thing. They are telling lies about us, so let's tell lies about them. Okay, that's how they defend this strategy. Okay, counter is the word here, important word to note. I would like to point to the apologists. That means I would like to tell the agents, the apologists here are the agents, that the fire department. Okay, did I miss something? Yeah, I think I didn't read this. Okay, these apologists contend that one must fight fire with fire. That means if they are telling untruth, we should also tell untruth. That's what the agents are doing. I would like to point out to these agents that the fire department finds water more effective. Okay, so then the author essentially saying that agents, you guys are you have noble interest at heart, definitely, but you are telling lies. Lies don't work. The agents say no, but they are also telling lies, so we also have to resort to lies. But the author says no, instead of telling lies, we should rely on truth only, because it's not fire fighting the fire, it is water is more effective in fighting the fire. So water basically here means truth. Okay, so this based on what? Overall the argument is that don't tell truth, don't tell lies, tell the truth, and that way you will counter the enemy's effort to spread misinformation about our nation. Okay, something like that. We can't really guess what the answer choice would be, but something of that sort. Okay, it's very important to understand the argument before we move into answer choices. A circular definition of disinformation. Okay, what's a circular definition? Circular definition basically means X is equal to Y, and what is Y? Y is equal to Z, and what is Z? Z is equal to X. Okay, so basically this definition goes back to the original term, right? There is no actual definition. It just going round and round in a circle. So that's a circular definition. Disinformation, definition of disinformation, and that is circular. Is that what is required for the argument or the conclusion to be true? Is that what the conclusion is based on? No, there is in fact no circular definition of disinformation in the argument. Okay, so this is out. An example of the ineffectiveness of lying as a weapon in propaganda war. Okay, yes, the author believes that lying is ineffective, that is true, but is he giving an example? He's not giving an example. Okay, he's only saying that instead of lying, let's tell the truth, because water fights fire. Okay, so this is out. An analogy between truth and water. Yes, here the author is talking about water is more effective and truth is the only weapon, right? That means in the analogy, water is truth. So this is a good answer choice. Let's keep this on hold. This we were able to sort of anticipate when we were discussing the argument. Yeah, but I mean, obviously we wouldn't know that the answer choice would exactly use the same terms and everything. Anyway, let's move on. An appeal to the authority of fire department. Okay, this is a very silly answer choice. He's not talking about any fire department or anything. He's just giving fire as an analogy, right? So there's nothing like fire departments have more fire trucks or something like that. So this is not the case. This is out. An attack on the character of American intelligence agents in Western Europe. Okay, yes, he's attacking the agents, but the author is mostly questioning their strategy. They are not he's not attacking the character of these agents. Character of these agents means the agents are not honest or the agents are corrupt, something like that. Okay, so he's not doing that. So this is out. Okay, so the correct answer choice here is C. Now, one thing we need to note in this kind of answer choices is this is a really long sentence, I would say, sentence as an argument. Okay, and it's a little complex, so you need to break it down at multiple places, understand as you're reading, understand what's going on. You don't have to finish reading the whole argument in one go. You can always take a pause, understand, then move on. It's not really effective to keep on moving unless you have understood what is given in the first sentence, second sentence, right? So don't rush. Try to understand the argument, and that's your sort of the best weapon, if I can use that term from the question. That's the surest weapon on GMAT. Thanks for watching.